Hello everyone, I am Dipinti Manandhar from IIT Jodhpur, currently pursuing MTech in Computer Science and Engineering. This is our fourth assignment on the course Virtualization and Cloud Computing, which is based on Docker. It's we have to. So what we need to do is we need to create three containers on Docker and name them as container roll number according to our roll number 1, 2, and 3 respectively. In the first container, we have to install any web server, and in the second container we have to install any database. And then what we need to do is we have to create a dummy web application so that we can insert the data records in the database and then display it. We need to demonstrate that the web application is accessible from the third container and our host system web browser as well. So let me give a short demonstration. Here, this is my folder where I have created two folders named as the container 1 and 3. First is we have to show the network configuration of all the containers. So in the docker compose.yml file, what we have to do is I have created two containers 1 and 2, and in the one container it's accessing a docker file, and I have given a port as 8080, and in the second container, since we have to install any database, so I have defined image as MySQL and provided its password, username, everything, and assign port as 8082, and it's and the path as well. Here now, in the first container, I have created a Docker file where I have installed. I have where we need a web server. So I have defined Apache as my web server, and then install my SQLi, and then enabled it, and then updating the packages, and then again upgrading them. Now in the in the third container, we have to access the web application. So for accessing it, we need a web browser. So I have provided Firefox for installation, and provided my name of the virtual machine, and then given its path. Now let me show my short is simple web application. This is the web application. Let it open. It's not opening. Yeah, it has opened. So this is my web application. Sorry, what happened? It's running pretty slow in my machine. Okay, yeah, this is my easy web application where I have to provide name, email, and message. And for connecting it to the second container, let me open this PHP file that I have created so that I can connect it to the database. So here what I have done is it's connecting to the second container, and these are my username, database name, and password. And this is a simple code for storing the data stored in the data fields, in the text fields, to the database. So now let me show the commands which are used for creating these Docker containers. So let me open the terminal. First of all, what we need to do is we need to run the docker compose command in the detached mode. This is basically done because it starts the container in background and leaves them running. So the command is sudo docker compose upd, providing the password. Let's wait for a while. Here we can see that these two containers are already up to date because I have already composed these two Docker containers. Now let's set up the database in the second container. For that, we need to run the we need to access the second container. So for that, we have to write this command sudo docker exec it conm20 cs020 /bin/bash. Now now we are inside the second container. Now we need to access the database. So let's go to the root of MySQL u root -p. Providing the password, we can see that we are inside the database now. Since I have already created the data table and database name, so let's use the database underscore dependency. Now the database is changed. Now let's I have already created the data table which consists these fields which are used for storing these fields: name, email and message. So let's first of all let's print all the datas that are stored in the database from data. Here we can see that these all are the values that I have stored previously in my data table. So now our second part is, I have already shown the demonstration of the MySQL, that is database. Now the next part is we have to create the third container. So let's go inside this folder and run this Docker file. Now here what we need to do is we need to again build the Docker as sudo docker build -t m20 cs020 _3 dot now if the Docker 3 container has been made. Now what we need to do is we need to run the Docker container so that we can access the web application from the browser of the Docker container 3. So the command is this sudo docker run -d. This is the command for running this third container. This will open the Firefox automatically. So let's wait for a couple of seconds. Let's wait till the new window of Firefox opens. It's taking time. it's not opening. First let me close this Firefox first of all. Okay, I think the browser has been opened. Let me wait. Yeah, we can see that new Firefox browser has been opened. Now let's go to the port that we have defined, LOCAL, localhost 8080. Here we can see that the web application has been displayed properly. Now let's provide the data. This is from container 3, so let's provide country check con3 at gmail.com message. Let's submit it. Yeah, we can see that the data has been stored successfully, and these are the data. It's been displayed as well. Now let's check in our database of the container 3. Let's select all from the data table. Here we can see that the data has been stored successfully in the database. Now the next part is we have to access the same web application from our local host. So here in localhost is my machine, is my virtual machine. So first of all, let me close all these web Firefox browsers. Let me close all this and open a new window. Oh, it's taking a couple of minutes. Let's wait. It's open. Now let's access the local host from our local machine. So LOCAL localhost 8080. Here we can see that this has been the web application has been opened successfully. Now let's write in some data. Let's write local as name and local at gmail.com message local. Now let's submit it. We can see that data has been stored successfully. Now let's check in the database again. Here we can see that the data local has been stored successfully. Therefore, in this demonstration, I have shown the network configuration of all the containers. We have also accessed the web application from this container 3, and we have also accessed the web application from the host machine as well. Thank you.